Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star episode number 344 based on novel. So let's start. The water in Nine Tiger River flowed through the sky and trapped the three universe overlords. They quickly slowed down. What should we do? He has a domain type true treasure and we can't even get close to him, said Chien Knight, sounding anxious. Demon Blade Knight, however, frowned. Feather Dark Horde leader, can you attack you using your illusion and slow him down? No, I can't, answered Feather Dark Horde leader, sounding helpless. He has incredibly strong willpower and a strong mind, I can only affect him to a very small extent. He's still able to fly and dodge perfectly. Under Soul Illusion, some top-tier techniques might not be perfectly performed. However, it would still be easy to fly. Forget it, Demon Blade Knight said. We can't kill him, as he has a domain-type true treasure. Let's spare his life and leave. Okay. I guess we have to do this. Chien Knight, Demon Blade Knight, and Feather Dark Horde leader started to fly back to their planets. Want to flee? Asked a furious voice, and the Golden Horned Beast started to chase Demon Blade Knight. Humph! You dare to chase me even after I spared your life? Demon Blade Knight glared at the Golden Horned Beast coming after him. Perhaps I might not be able to catch you in your domain, but don't blame me for killing you since you delivered yourself to me. Sounds like my life is in your hands, said the Golden Horned Beast. Ha ha ha. Hilarious. Demon Blade Knight, let's see who'll die. The Golden Horned Beast shook his wings and dashed at Demon Blade Knight. Under his burning godly power, his Shawu wings slashed Demon Blade Knight. And the 9 strange beasts in the Nine Tiger River also encircled Demon Blade Knight. The 9 strange beasts were mighty and were able to severely injure secondary universe knights with the help of the Golden Horned Beast's godly power and amplification. As for universe overlords, though they were not able to hurt them, they could suppress their speed. You must be seeking your own demise, Demon Blade Knight said with disdain. He had scorned the Golden Horned Beast since the moment he first saw him. You're too weak to fight me. And the only reason you're still breathing is your background, coming from the Space Beast Alliance and being bestowed an incredible true treasure. You couldn't hope to fight against me. The noise was deafening as Demon Blade Knight and the Golden Horned Beast began to fight within the Golden River. The Golden Horned Beast was only able to concentrate on one enemy at a time. Chien Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader watched the fight from a distance, relaxed. He's just playing with fire, said Chien Knight. Not only did the Golden Horned Beast not flee with his domain-type true treasure when he had the chance, but he dared to try to fight. Let's see how Demon Blade Knight crushes him, said Feather Dark Horde leader. The fight continued. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Although it was a fierce battle, it was the Golden Horned Beast who was haunting Demon Blade Knight. The Golden Horned Beast kept being hit, but he didn't back down. He continued bringing the fight to Demon Blade Knight. Chien Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader watched, stupefied. This? Demon Blade Knight has burned 1% of his godly body at this point, Chien Knight said with shock. But that Golden Horned Beast's force doesn't change at all. His godly body isn't weakened at all, even after burning for such a long time, said Feather Dark Horde leader, also stunned. Demon Blade Knight ceased being aloof and disdainful. Instead, he was distressed and furious. His godly body hasn't changed at all after being hit for such a long time. But how? No wonder it's a senior true treasure armor. He sensed that the Golden Horned Beast was weak, and he even thought that the Golden Horned Beast hadn't triggered its third form. However, even the second form of a senior true treasure armor could weaken attacks to 1/1000th. Even senior true treasures are useless. Break! A jade blade light tore through the Golden River and slashed the Golden Horned Beast. There were 9 attacks in total, and each successive attack was more powerful than the previous one. The 9th attack consumed 2% of Demon Blade Knight's godly body. Now 8% of Demon Blade Knight's godly body had been consumed. What? Demon Blade Knight was terrified. He glared at the Golden Horned Beast. His godly body isn't weakened at all? Howl! The Golden Horned Beast howled and shook his wings. His wings tried to strike Demon Blade Knight again. Demon Blade Knight was in a fluster now. The technique in his attack is only mediocre, he said. Apparently, his lore comprehension is not deep enough to drive the third form of a senior true treasure armor. Besides, I have a senior true treasure godly blade, and I just performed the ultimate technique. I've perfected an eternity in the land of extremis. Even a universe overlord with a senior true treasure armor should be severely injured. The golden horned beast dashed toward Demon Blade Knight again. Demon Blade Knight, I already told you, the golden horned beast shouted. Let's see who will die. Demon Blade Knight's eyes glinted with fear as he finally understood the golden horned beast's plan. Damn it. Demon Blade Knight tried to fly away. Under the pressure of the golden waters, he wasn't able to fly fast enough. The golden horned beast was 100 times faster than him, and he caught up with Demon Blade Knight instantly. Even if my godly body only has 42% left, it's a godly body with 600 million times that of a sector lord. It's millions of times stronger than yours. Besides, my force armor is a pinnacle true treasure. Even if you have a senior true treasure blade, and even if your technique is powerful, the force armor can weaken it to 1/10,000 th. I might not be able to kill you, but I can slowly consume your body. You can't even run away under the influence of 9 Tiger River. You can only die. The golden horned beast howled. Demon Blade Knight had lost all his pride and only wanted to fly away. Chen Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader both understood what was happening, and they immediately left the domain of 9 Tiger River. Quick! Go, said Chen Knight. Go? What a terrific golden horned beast! Feather Dark Horde leader said in amazement. The technique he used to defend against us was clumsy, Chen Knight said. It was like a technique from a secondary universe knight. I thought his true treasure armor only reached the second form, and I thought there was no doubt that Demon Blade Knight's ultimate technique would severely injure that golden horned beast. But neither of us was correct. Demon Blade Knight's godly body was sharply weakened, but that golden horned beast's godly body didn't change at all. Both Feather Dark Horde Knight and Chen Knight were thrilled. He's dead, Chen Knight said. Demon Blade Knight's definitely going to die, agreed Feather Dark Horde Knight. Feather Dark Horde Knight and Chen Knight exchanged eye contact. Both of them knew now that the golden horned beast couldn't be killed. Demon Blade Knight couldn't run away under the pressure from the domain-type true treasure. If he kept burning his godly body would keep being weakened. And he would fall at some point. But if Demon Blade Knight stopped burning his godly body, he would be 1,000 times weaker, and 9 Tiger River would be able to keep injuring him. Demon Blade Knight would die no matter what. Demon Blade Knight transmitted his voice reluctantly. Golden Horned Beast, spare my life, please. No chance. The Golden Horned Beast roared. Wait for your demise. You're pushing me. Demon Blade Knight was infuriated. Yes, I am. Weren't you trying to kill me? Your law comprehension is indeed deeper than mine, but you'll die anyway. The Golden Horned Beast kept charging Demon Blade Knight, who had no way to escape under the pressure from 9 Tiger River. This was what made domain-type true treasures so precious. This one could trap the enemies when the user was at an advantage, help the user get away when he was at a disadvantage, and slaughter weaker opponents all at once. You. Demon Blade Knight roared in exasperation. Wait for your death, the Golden Horned Beast said and kept charging. Even if Demon Blade Knight was many times better at fighting than the Golden Horned Beast, his godly body was being weakened continuously. But he didn't dare stop burning his godly body, as if he did, his defending power would tumble. His godly body would then be consumed even faster. 60%. 50%. 40%. His godly body kept being weakened, and so did his power. And as he lost his power, his godly body was consumed more quickly. Golden Horned Beast. Demon Blade Knight roared. If I'm resurrected by turning back time, I'll become a universe master and kill you. Then I'll kill you again, the Golden Horned Beast bellowed. Remember, it's me who'll kill you. Don't look for the wrong one. Unfortunately, you're a universe overlord. Perhaps it will be difficult to resurrect you. Just wait for it. Demon Blade Knight shouted. He was from 9 Territory Alliance, and there wasn't a Universe Supreme Master in that alliance. Once a Universe Overlord was killed, the 9 Territory Alliance would need to ask for help from other powers or some lone Universe Supreme Masters, which would be costly. Demon Blade Knight wasn't sure whether the 9 Territory Alliance would be willing to pay the price. 32%. Demon Blade Knight could feel his godly body being weakened, and he got more infuriated. If he didn't self-destruct, he would be knocked out, and his soul might be controlled. But if he did self-destruct, he would die. And perhaps he would remain dead forever. I'll definitely die if I don't self-destruct, but at least I might still have a chance if I do so, he said. Goddamn you, golden horned beast! Demon Blade Knight roared. Demon Blade Knight blew himself up with a cry. The energies from the explosion swept across Nine Tiger River and annihilated it after producing tumbling waves. The golden horned beast said, looked at it coldly. I was planning to have a conversation with you, but you insisted on robbing me. Unfortunately for you, your valuables are mine now. He waved his hands. The two valuables flew toward him. They were a green armor and a jade true treasure godly blade. He only had two true treasures? The golden horned beast took the true treasures. Chien Knight and Feather Dark Horde leader witnessed what happened and sighed. A universe overlord had just died. The waves were churning, and the golden horned beast stepped on the waves and transmitted his voice, saying, Chien Knight, Feather Dark Horde leader, are you still going to be my enemies? Chien Knight and Feather Dark Knight looked at one another and communicated their thoughts through their gazes. They were a little fearful of this golden horned beast, but it was only a feeling. After all, they were far away, so golden horned beast's Nine Tiger River would not be able to exert its power over them. Without the oppression of Nine Tiger River, they would be able to accelerate easily to a speed 100 times at the speed of light of the universe. Then golden horned beast would never be able to give chase. But who would be willing to live like a homeless dog always on the run? We had no intentions of becoming your enemy, but Demon Sword Knight was so bent on killing you that we could only act according to his wishes, Chien Knight said in his elderly voice. Golden Horned Beast looked at the two faraway figures, and with much vigor, he inquired, would you be able to tell me how you got here? This land of extremis. How well do you know it? Feather Dark Horde leader's spine-chilling voice said, since time immemorial, many great beings have fallen into this land of extremis. The majority were on adventures in secret regions but were accidentally transported here. There is a long list of ways how one can be transported here. There are also great beings who were drifting through the universe when they were suddenly swallowed by the seemingly normal starry sky, only to arrive here at the land of extremis. There is no regular pattern, Chien Knight continued in his elderly voice. Golden Horned Beast remained silent. After a moment of silence, he asked, has anyone made it out before? Feather Dark Horde leader, Demon Sword Knight, and I do not have other bodies, Chien Knight. Once we entered land of extremis, if we were to self-destruct, our bodies would be disintegrated to naught. That is why we do not know anything about the outside world. We knew that Kenhua Knight, with his ability to divide his body, had one of his bodies in the outside world and the other in the land of extremis. That was when his body in the outside world realized that there were great beings in the land of extremis who also had bodies in the outside world. Kenhua Knight? Golden Horned Beast said. Where is he? He made a final decision to abandon his godly body, along with the true treasure he had brought here, explained Chien Knight. He self-destructed. Are there others being trapped in the land of extremis? Golden Horned Beast asked. Yes, said Chien Knight. There are quite a few, Feather Dark Horde leader said. Where? Golden Horned Beast asked, watching the pair in the distance. They are somewhere in this vast, starry sky, but you want to know where, exactly? Feather Dark Horde leader said. Great beings often drift about and change their locations. We are unable to tell for sure. How big is the land of extremis? Golden Horned Beast asked. This was the question he was most concerned about. Land of extremis has a diameter of close to 100,000 light years, said Feather Dark Horde leader. It resembles an ordinary star sky. He sighed and continued. Yet everyone is restricted to flying within this domain of 100,000 light years. Even if one does manage to venture outside of this domain, the result is always to unknowingly be returned to the same place. It is like a maze. We are trapped in here eternally. Luophone was appalled. A diameter of 100,000 light years? A maze? If it was like a maze, then the great beings must still be exploring. Obviously, they had been flying around for a long time. This is like a gigantic prison cell, said Feather Dark Horde leader. We great beings are the prisoners, imprisoned here for life. There is no escape. Feather Dark Horde leader looked at Golden Horned Beast. You are a Golden Horned Beast. You must have the ability to divide your body. If you abandon your true treasure, you can self-destruct and leave. Chien Knight added in his elderly voice, Golden Horned Beast, I advise you to self-destruct. After all, you have another body. If you are trapped in here for all time, you will experience the pain of imprisonment for life. As for your true treasure, so long as you are alive, you will be able to escape from danger alive. Roar? Golden Horned Beast let out a roar that resonated through the entire sky. Chien Knight, Feather Dark Horde leader, self-destruction is never an easy choice to make. I will take my leave first. Golden Horned Beast and his sea of rolling golden waves vanished. A black figure transformed into a ray of light and disappeared quickly into space. He became a ray of light that shot off into the distance and out of sight. Demon Sword Knight has fallen, Chien Knight sighed. Who can he blame but himself? Feather Dark Horde leader sneered. He often abused his power and made us his victims. Humph. For him to succumb to Golden Horned Beast, it is just his luck. In the starry sky, Moshe Body sat cross-legged on a meteorite. He transformed into a beam of light and rode off to roam the starry sky. To be able to kill a universe overload? Luophone mused. Luckily, this is land of extremis where there is no way to contact the outside world and no way to call for help. Otherwise, how would a universe overlord perish so easily? Universe overlords were difficult to kill. When an unfavorable circumstance occurred, the first thing one should do would be to escape. Should one not manage to escape, then stalling for time to devise a plan, and immediately calling for help, would be the next step. If Demon Sword Knight had been fighting against Luophone on the original star, the direst situation would be to sustain injuries, and he could count on the other great beings of the Nine Territory Alliance to come to his rescue immediately. But here in the land of extremis, there was simply no way to call for help. That was why Demon Sword Knight had to lose his life. Among the many universe overlords within my human race, there are some who have yet to kill universe overlords. Yet I have killed one now. Ha ha. Luophone shook his head and laughed. Upon killing Demon Sword Knight, Golden Horned Beast's godly body had merely fallen below 42% to 41.9%. Sitting cross-legged on the meteorite, he continued speeding through the star sky. In the twinkling of an eye, 2 months passed. In Luophone's god country, in front of a golden palace in the vast sky above the remote ocean, Luophone stood up. Finally, a success. Spending 1 year or so on training, he had finally managed to accomplish the 6th and 7th volumes of the 9-volume manual. Of course, he had his original earthing godly body to thank for that, as its small size helped speed things up. Golden Horned Beast body must still be stuck at the 6th volume, and only at the beginning stage of the 6th volume. Obviously, its massive size would impede the evolution of its godly body. Back when I was training for the first 5 volumes, my godly body genes were 48 times stronger after merging with 100 Blood River crystals. By default, Blood River crystals should generate an increase of 100 times, but it seems like the more I advance, the more the multiplying effect starts to gradually weaken. Now, I have only achieved an increase of 3,000 times. I am now going to work on 2 more volumes. My godly body is around 9,800 times stronger. There is no attaining the perfect gene level. Luophone sighed. The Blood River crystals would no doubt help to increase his life gene level, yet for his original earthling body, the increment, in theory and in actuality, did not correspond to 100%. The first 7 volumes of the 9-volume manual had brought his genes up 192 times, but with 100 Blood River crystals, there was only an increase of 50 times more. 9,800 times, he said. Out of all the unique life forms that were unique in the universe, there were only a few who could get this strong. I should be satisfied. Moreover, there is still the 8th volume. And the 9th? I don't believe that even after I reach the 9th volume I will still be unable to attain the perfect gene level. And my Golden Horned Beast body can take this opportunity to reach the perfect gene level in one stroke. Luophone had not lost hope. Golden Horned Beast body had already exceeded 6,000 times previously. The 6th and 7th volumes were strong, and the Blood River crystals were compatible with Golden Horned Beast. So long as there were no accidents, he would be able to attain the perfect gene level. That is when Golden Horned Beast will become invincible. At least by that time I would be able to put my incredible talent technique I am the universe to good use. Luophone could not wait for that day to come. Calculating the time required, he estimated that Golden Horned Beast would take at least 100 years to complete the 6th and 7th volumes. Well, it is only 100 years. It will pass in the blink of an eye. In the vast, starry sky, black-robed Luo Feng sat cross-legged on the meteorite. It felt like he was moving very fast, but in contrast with the vastness of the sky, he might as well have been casually strolling. Suddenly, countless space ripples were seen. What? Luo Feng, sitting on the meteorite being driven by inertia, went right through the layer of ripples. There were no obstructions in his way, yet the moment his godly body grazed the ripples, he felt an intangible force brush past his godly body and permeate his world ring. There, it grazed his golden horned beast godly body. It was unstoppable. He had been completely grazed by the ripples. The feeling that he got when being grazed by the ripples was unbearable. It felt like layers of knives slashing his godly body. When he made it past the layer of ripples, his Mosha body was left with only 30% of its godly being. Such frightening space ripples. What exactly is that? This starry sky has changed. Luo Feng was shocked to discover that after passing through the ripples, the space before him was completely different. The sky before had been like any other in the universe, where the distances between the stars were generally far, and the star traveler levels were average. Yet on this side of the sky, it had a beauty that was out of this world. The distance between stars was nearer. Together, they were connected to depict a beautiful picture. Luo Feng was vaguely aware that the countless planets combined to paint a picture that contained some form of secret lore engravings. A hidden starry sky exists in the land of extremis? Luo Feng wondered aloud. Sitting on the meteorite, he cruised along at a leisurely pace, and soon, he was nearing the first star traveler level, which was the one closest to him. He was approaching a khaki-colored planet that appeared ordinary. But Luo Feng faintly sensed something. This khaki-colored planet with no signs of life and a diameter of 13,000 miles. Star tear gold. It actually contains the mineral veins of the star tear gold. Luo Feng's face turned pale. Looking at the star traveler level without any living beings, he was shocked. What an impressive energy reserve. If I were to swallow this star, my golden horned beast's massive godly body would be able to recover to 80%. Luo Feng could not help feeling incredulous. Star tear gold, although it was only a G-grade metal, was unique. It was said that when a great star level collapsed to become a black hole, it would produce a piece of metal, star tear gold. Star tear gold was, hence, a product of the tearing of the star level. Although it was only a G-grade metal, its functionality made it very precious. Luo Feng had yet to come across such a thing, where a precious metal could form mineral veins that occupied almost an entire planet. Even the godly body of a universe overlord as big as 600 miles, upon swallowing this star, would be able to recover to 80%. Luo Feng disappeared in an instant, and Golden Horned Beast appeared. Golden Horned Beast flew off the meteorite and sped toward the khaki-colored planet. A moment later, when he was about to arrive at the khaki-colored planet, Golden Horned Beast chanced upon another golden planet that was quite close by. Casually, he exerted his godly power, and what he sensed gave him a shock. What? That golden planet contains void rock mineral veins. What an alarming reserve. In terms of value, it is definitely comparable to the star tear gold of this planet. Golden Horned Beast landed on the khaki-colored planet, raised his head to look at the countless planets, and decided, I shall investigate these two planets, they have precious mineral veins. And this mysterious space has countless planets. Does it mean that all of them contain precious mineral veins? It was dead silent in this mysterious space, and the Golden Horned Beast was the only living creature here. No matter what, I'll recover my godly body first. I can only better handle the danger when I become stronger. The Golden Horned Beast was suddenly enlarged, and he became 60,000 miles long. He floated above the space, and the space only had a diameter of 12,000 miles. The Golden Horned Beast was much larger than the planet. Inherited technique, swallow. The Golden Horned Beast opened his mouth, and the space around the planet was completely twisted. He was able to swallow the entire planet if he wanted, but he felt like it would be a waste if he just destroyed a star filled with star tear gold. He controlled how fast he swallowed the star tear gold. Masses of star tear gold flew out and went into the mouth of the Golden Horned Beast. His gaping mouth swallowed the gold like a black hole. Star tear gold and rocks kept being absorbed by the Golden Horned Beast, and the gold godly power kept recovering the Golden Horned Beast. After a short while, half of the star tear gold was swallowed by the Golden Horned Beast, and his godly body recovered to 60%. I'll go to another planet, he said. The Golden Horned Beast flew to the closest planet and started to swallow the void rocks floating in space. He finished half the void rocks. He started to go to the third planet, and found that on the third planet was the precious, bright barium-swallowing crystal lake. Bright barium-swallowing crystal was a black, liquid metal like mercury. There were 3 enormous lakes on the third planet, making up 90% of the planet. The golden horned beast finished an entire lake, and his godly body was completely recovered. Incredible. He floated around the third planet and gazed out into space. I can sense the precious substances in the fourth planet. There's some more. There are 12 planets in the galaxy, and there might be valuables on every planet. The golden horned beast gazed in the distance. What about other galaxies? The galaxies were all close to each other. The images that were formed amazed Luo Feng. The space was like an enormous engraving in the sky. Though it was mysterious and beautiful, it was quite boring here. There were no other creatures. The golden horned beast flew to the fourth and fifth planets and started to inspect them. He wanted to dig out the secrets in this space. A powerful force emanated from the planet third closest to the star, and the force permeated at a speed of 20 million miles per second. After a short while, the golden horned beast on the planet fifth closest to the star was alerted. Godly power. It's very strong. It must be coming from a universe night. The golden horned beast raised his head and looked to the planet third closest to the star. He waved his wings and flew toward it. As he sped up, he saw another towering being flying toward him. The golden horned beast kept his godly body at 60,000 miles long. Another being with a godly body 60,000 miles long was flying toward him. This is. The golden horned beast looked at the universe knight of other race in surprise. He was a being with black scales and 6 gigantic hooves, a space beast known as a tremble. Trembles were at the second highest level among space beasts, only beneath the 12 pinnacle bloodlines. The golden horned beast and the tremble were flying toward each other. Golden horned beast, said the tremble. Tremble, the golden horned beast replied. They met each other halfway. Why are you also here? The golden horned beast asked. Because of you, the tremble growled. I'm here under the orders of the Space Beast Alliance to receive you. Come with me. What? The golden horned beast was dazed. Luo Feng was completely bewildered. He had assumed that this space beast was also trapped in a land of extremis, but it sounded like he was here to retrieve him. Does this space belong to our Space Beast Alliance? The golden horned beast asked. Of course. The tremble nodded his head, which was covered in armor. This space is used by our alliance to cultivate precious materials. I know that you've swallowed some mineral veins. They belong to our alliance, and they are off limits to individuals. But relax. The alliance won't punish you, as you don't know the rules. Besides, you've been wandering in the universe for so long and just came back. Our alliance won't punish those of the same race. The golden horned beast blinked. So, that's what the land of extremis is? Yes. This is the space controlled by the greatest being in the Space Beast Alliance, Ancestor. It's the holy grail of all the space beasts, the tremble said. Ancestor is one of the greatest beings in the universe, and he changed the operation law in this space. Ancestor. Luo Feng quickly inferred that the Ancestor was a universe supreme master. We're still in the original universe? Yes, the tremble explained. However, the space is isolated from the outside. Only those wormholes can be utilized for transportation. To keep other races out, there are 2 areas, outer space and inner space. The outer space is the area where the other races are trapped in for an eternity. As for the inner space, it's hidden inside the outer space. You must have broken the space ripples before you got in. Only space beasts are able to get in without being killed. The other races aren't even able to find this place, not to mention enter it. The golden horned beast understood everything now. Land of Extremis was only the periphery of the sanctuary of the Space Beast Alliance. How did you get in? The golden horned beast asked. Neither teleportation nor God country transportation is allowed here. How did you get here? We space beasts rarely come here because we're usually at the center of the space, the center of the sanctuary of our alliance, Space God Mountain, the tremble said. I've got an order to receive you, and that's why I was transported to that planet. One planet in every galaxy in this space has a wormhole inside, and they all lead to Space God Mountain. There's a wormhole in every galaxy? The golden horned beast was shocked. That's right, the tremble said. Ancestor is almighty, and it's easy for him to create wormholes. Let's go. The supreme beings in the Space Beast Alliance are waiting for you. Okay. The two towering beings flew toward the planet third closest to the star. The Tremble reduced his size to 60 miles long. Golden Horned Beast, can you make your godly body smaller? The Tremble said. Sure. The Golden Horned Beast became 60 miles long, matching the size of the Tremble. They flew toward the planet while talking. Then they shrank to several feet long and entered the center of the planet. This is the wormhole, the Tremble said. We can get to Space God Mountain through it. Let's go, the Golden Horned Beast answered expectantly. He looked at the space whirlpool in front of him. It had a diameter of only a few dozen yards. The Tremble and the Golden Horned Beast flew into the space whirlpool. It was a vast space containing numerous space whirlpools. All the whirlpools had a diameter of dozens of yards. However, there were too many of them and one couldn't see the end of the space. At the center of those whirlpools was a towering mountain. The Golden Horned Beast and the Tremble exited the space whirlpool at the same time. The Golden Horned Beast was shocked by the scene before him. The space whirlpools were dispersed throughout this space, surrounding the gigantic mountain like flowers. A black mountain. It was a mountain several light years tall, a gigantic mountain that could rival Star Tower and the five-color Aurora Lake. The black mountain was floating. He could sense the dimming force, and there were some space beasts flying around. See, the supreme beings of our alliance, universe masters, and the greatest ancestor. They all live there, the Tremble growled, and his eyes glinted with pride. This is the sanctuary of our alliance, Space God Mountain. The Golden Horned Beast was amazed. There are countless great beings in Space God Mountain, as well as countless valuables and inheritances, the Tremble growled. It's got everything, and it's even connected to the universe. It's a universe that only belongs to us space beasts. A universe, the Golden Horned Beast gasped in astonishment. Yes, the Tremble answered proudly. A universe? A universe that only belongs to us. Go to Space God Mountain. Every space beast vagabonding in the universe needs to go to Space God Mountain. As long as you're recognized by Space God Mountain, you'll be one of us. The mountain will eliminate any other races. After all, some space beasts have had soul transfer done on them. It's difficult to differentiate, but nothing can be hidden in Space God Mountain. No? The Golden Horned Beast was terrified. Go, the Tremble urged him, looking at the towering mountain. There are several universe masters waiting for you. See? Great beings are coming to receive you. More than 10 powerful Golden Horned Beasts flew toward him from afar, emanating a powerful energy. They are the great beings of you Golden Horned Beasts, said the Tremble. This video will end here.